this particular heat race to kick off the night.
All right, the caution's out. Here we go. We should restart it right here. Andy Dalton's moved to the back. Maybe that was him that messed up that start. So here we go.
Andy Dalton's the bad dog with no biscuit, and a good start for the driver of the 18M of Donnie McBride out of Palestine. He'll slam it off into 1 and 2 here for the first time tonight. Kirby will hold on to second, Fur in third. The two of Big Boss Ross down the back straight will hold on to fourth, and turn number 3 for the first time, David.
Donnie McBride Jr., 2-car spot already on the first lap of the number 3. That's C.J. Howell right there in second already, working around the outside. Cameron Furr, though, working up the inside. He's going to take over second.
And right now, this is exactly what Palestine, Texas racer, the 18M of Donnie McBride wants to see. He has no rear view full of racers right now, as Cameron Furr is going to dispose of the two of Kirby and go to the bridesmaids honors in this one and look to set his crosshairs to the back bumper to the 18M for the race lead.
Cameron Furr not doing well in points, way back in 8th, but a win tonight would be good for him anyway.
Yeah, I'll say he has no pressure on his shoulders tonight. He can just come out here and perform. He doesn't have to worry about points. And to be honest, this young man hasn't raced the entire season out here. To be in the top 10 is pretty remarkable for him, and to pick up several wins here on the season at the tail end of the year.
Some sparks fly off the front straightaway there.
Yeah,
that's going to be
he'll be the bad dog with no biscuit this time. He might have to go sit down and take
I knew that was going to be a caution right there. Seeing some sparks fly off that car right here as it passed the flag stand.
Speedway, get him out here to the racetrack. See if we can get some folks out here to enjoy the great race and action taking place here in Winona, Texas tonight.
Donnie McBride Jr. brings him around turns 3 and 4, ready for the restart.
A good restart for Cameron Furr. He's on the loud pedal. He'll stock the tire tracks here for your race leader. He gets a good start to the inside of the flag stand. Furr, the 17-year-old, going to stock the tire tracks of the former Armadillo Nationals champion at Lone Star, right down the road, about 13 minutes. Exit 587 at Kilgore. Into turn number 3, Donnie McBride going to lead the herd into turn number 3.
All right, good tight bunches. Everyone gets on the front straightaway. Cameron Furr, bumper to bumper with your leader.
And
there's their caution.
That's exactly what TJ Evans wants to see. We re-kick the tires and relight the fires here in turn number 3. It'll be Donnie McBride Jr., the 1-star Cameron Furr. Ross Malone out of Powderly, Texas, the 12-year-old in the 3 machine of C.J. Howell. Anthony Boatman to the 83. The lights are out. We're backing away. Not a good restart this time for Cameron Furr. Just kind of stacks up the field behind him. They go 3 wide down the front straightaway at the midpoint as they head off into turns 1 and 2. And Nicholas Kirby making some contact there with the 3H of the youngster, and he comes to a halt. So we'll get another caution. So kind of having a tough go to get heat race. Single file restart, been a tough go to get this one with some green flag laps logged into the history books here. It'll be up to Donnie McBride Jr. to put his foot through the firewall here off of turn number 4. He'll relight the fires. We're backing away here. Bowl Speedway here in Winona, Texas on raceontexas.com on demand. As they hit off into 1, Cameron Furr, he says, I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. He'll slam it off into 1 and 2 all over the tilt tank to the 18M for the race lead.
I think Cameron's here. He is here for the fun of it tonight. Not worried about the points, just here to win.
He says, I'll race you really hard, I'll race you really tough here, Donnie McBride, but I don't think that the young man's going to get down there and rough him up anyway for this race lead anyway, or for the win. Goodness
Spin
gracious.
over turn 1.
And this is when Cameron Furr is going to have to fire a bullet down here to the bottom of turns number 3, with the 83 going to pull out the caution here for the 4th time already, David Berry. Uncharacteristic way to kick off the night.
That's Obi Simpkins over there. It looks like he's going to
finish at the Cajun Cruiser Classic for $5,000 win at Gene Borders Arctech Speedway last month at the end of October. So a single file restart. Keep your eyes on Cameron Furr, and of course for the race lead, the 18M of Donnie McBride is going to lead him off of turn number 4 with the point. Here we go. Backing away with 4 scored, I believe, this time by Jeff Shiro Harmon, your judge, your executioner here at the Winona Oval. As they roll off of turn number 4, Cameron Furr trying every line, trying to fight his way around the 18. He may have the better car right now. I don't believe there's any more. I don't think there's a whole lot of doubt about it. It seems that Cameron Furr is really able to carry some momentum off the exit of corner number 2. Let's see if he can send it into turn number 3. The way he's going to have to get to the tail tank of the ATM and kind of root him up out of the way. It seems that bottom line is just the where to be right now. The white flag waves from Shiro. And here comes Cameron Furr down on the bottom of 1 and 2.
Boy,
I thought they were going to get close there. Tail feather out there, isn't he?
He left a little bit of the door about halfway open there. But here they are in the turn 3 and 4.
The young 17-year-old has a killer instinct, though. He'll fire it off in the turn number 3 for the final time. They'll drag race off of turn number 4 and holding him at bay. The ATM at Donnie McBride Jr. going to win factory stock. Heat race number 1 here tonight. Cameron Furr will ride off second. Out of Powderly, Texas, Ross Malone will finish third, and Nicholas Kirby comes home with a 4th place finish. He's a heck of a shoe. Keep your eyes on the 1W of Walter Hamilton. He's out of Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. Fun driver to watch there in the 1 dub. Keep your eyes. I call him Heisenberg. Like I said, he's going to be ready to break bad here from 8th, maybe to go to the lead. We'll see what happens. You got to get on that horse, put the whip to it. And he's already going to try to make a 3-wide pass down the first straightaway. He does. He disposes of 1. Try to get 2 cars. Charles Graham loose and slides up the racetrack. And 1 to the back straightaway wall there, David, as well.
Lot does kicked up on the back straightaway over there, but Tracy Cundiff holding him for the first lap, bringing him for lap number 1. 11X Clint Fletcher, another new driver here at Bowl Speedway, trying to put in a good heat race here in heat race number 2. As long as they finish the top 3, they'll be in the show tonight.
Tracy Cundiff going to lead the herd down here in the 1 and 2. His wife texted me the last time we were out here. It says Tracy can't keep a car longer than about a month or 3 weeks anyway. So he's out in this big body number 68, and he's doing a good job. But I'll tell you what, here comes Heisenberg.
Charles Graham bounces back after that first lap.
Walter Hamilton's impressive.
Up into 4th now.
I said it. I think Walter Hamilton will win this race.
Here he
heard
comes.
it here first, folks.
Yeah, that's only 2 laps. He's right there at the back bumper of the leader.
He is gone with the win. He's out front, dirty dancing like Patrick Swayze. I want 2 for the price of 1. Thank you very much for the Walmart and the Target special. Oh, my. He goes a second, quick, fast, in a hurry. Oh, my goodness.
Here he goes. You're right.
And Tracy Cundiff did break, though. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt there.
Zach, I believe you called that race at the start.
I didn't mean to. It just happened that way.
Walter Hamilton.
He is a bad mamma jamma, if it's a word to say here tonight. But he's gone with the win. You know, he's sponsored by Texas Roadhouse, and he's can't think of any good monikers to go along with that. Other than he's got the sauce. He's got the sauce tonight. He's gone with the win.
There's a car stalled up in turn 4. That looks like Tracy Cundiff stalled over in turn 4.
I can't tell you much on Clint Fletcher. I can't.
I know he's driving good so far. He may be in the show. So here we go with a restart. Walter Hamilton brings him around to the green flag, and here we go.
Clint Fletcher holding on to second. He's going to have his work cut out for him, but driver out of Russ, Texas, Bailey Dawson knows a little bit about him. I'll talk to Bailey here in just a second and see what he knows about old Clint Fletcher. For all the folks that watch on raceontexas.com, Charles Graham looking to dispose of 1 down the back straightaway, go to 3rd as they head off here in the turn number 3. It's all 1W of Dallas-Fort Worth native Walter Hamilton out front.
Charles Graham starting to find his groove here in heat race number 2.
Graham sitting 3rd in the points coming into tonight's action. He's out of a bid to win the championship.
Oh, Tommy Crawford gives him a nudge on the back straightaway.
Bailey Dawson telling me right over my right ear. How many times have you been in the car, Bailey?
White flag is out.
Been in the car only 3 times. You heard it. From the Russ Texan, Bailey Dawson drives the 12-star limited modified here at the speed plant.
Right now, it looks like it's all Walter Hamilton on the back straightaway into turn 3. Round in turn 4 with at least a 10-15 car lead. And here he comes taking the green flag, checkered flag. Walter Hamilton,
and
second place.
Contact for second. A pair of 11s getting together.
11X coming through in second. I'm going to go and give him a second.
Going to be on the front row of this one of the 44, the Kilgore Texan, alongside another Kilgore Texan who is hunting down or looking to hunt down Donnie McBride for the championship tonight. 4 points separate them. Donnie McBride's already won the first heat. We'll find out who wins the third heat. The lights are out. We're ready to go here at Rose Bowl.
And TJ Evans to the front immediately. He knows what he's got to do right here in heat race number 3. He needs to win this one.
And just like Walter Hamilton did in the last race, already disposing of 3 cars here on the opening circuit of the 179, your reigning winner here at the racetrack. Already looking to put 4 in his hip pocket. He'll sidestep him, put him in his hip pocket off of 4 down the front row. Is Donald Kane in the 179.
Remember Donald Kane here last race. He just swept the night. Yeah, swept the night here. Kane. So we'll be keeping an eye on him. He's going to put that thing up in the top 3. I'm pretty sure we'll see him later tonight.
He's a hellraiser right now. He's up to 4th, and that's who he battled for the win was Joe Miller last time out. And right now, they run 4th and 5th respectively on the racetrack, while TJ Evans runs away with this one. It's going to come down likely tonight, race fans, to the final turn for the track championship here at Rose Bowl. If TJ Evans can hold on to win this 3rd factory stock heat of the night. Langley still comfortably holding on to the 2nd spot, getting pressure for the 29 of Stewart as Donald Kane's all over his tail tank into 1 and 2.
Wesley Langley holding on to 5th place in the points, so he's pretty good ways back, but him and Scotty Nichols is going to battle a little bit tonight.
Yeah, Scotty will start inside of row number 3 in the next heat, and they're side by side off of turn number 4 there for the 3rd spot. Donald Kane will dispose of the 29 and put him in his hip pocket down the front straightaway. He has his sight set now on the 44 to go to 2nd. Donald Kane getting around the Rose Bowl Speedway very well tonight, like he did the last time out. That's got to give a driver a lot of confidence, David, to come out here after you win your heat, win the main event, lead every single lap that you competed in the last time, and he got a little shot in the shorts there to the center point of 3 and 4.
I'm trying to remember back. I believe he and Langley battled a little bit last race. They're going to do it again here tonight. Kane's trying to move up on the inside, right there in 3.
No doubt about it. All eyes glued right here to the 2nd spot as TJ Evans is throwing the keys on the counter. He's checking out of the Holiday Inn. Donald Kane giving everything he's got here for the 2nd spot. And Kane going to get another shot in the shorts there by the 29 of Stewart as they roll off a turn number 4. Now Kane giving contact with the 44. Goodness gracious. All fighting for that low line around the hub of the racetrack right now.
Wow, look at TJ Evans. Got a whole straightaway over 2nd place. He's here to race tonight and take this championship for what he's wanting. And he's doing what he had to do with the checkered flag. There he is.
A testament to TJ Evans. The 44 of Langley will hold off the 179 of Donald Kane. Donald Kane says, I wish we were running passing points as well.
I think Donald Kane's sitting where he wants to sit in the top 3 going to the show, so he'll have his eyes right behind the points leaders tonight. So he's here to win also. He'd care less about these points, I'm sure, tonight, but he's here to win just like he did last race. All right. Heat race number 3 in the books. We're going straight to heat race number 4. All right, Scotty Nichols in heat race number 4. He's back in 4th place in our points. He and Wesley Langley will be battling there. They're fairly close in points. So that would be his closest rival other than Quentin Jackson. So here we go. Heat race number 4, 96R. Dusty McCarthy, excuse me, will get us started on the outside. 07 of Thad Royal. In row 2, the 3H of Rodney Howell. On the outside, the 14X of Alex Bates. And Scotty Nichols, the N1, in row 3, beside the number 5, Brett Arden, and the 29Z of Zach Arden.
Stack and rack heading into turn number 3. It's 8 laps the distance as they fire off a turn number 4. Jeff Sharrow Harmon shows the green flag, waving high up in the sky. We're underway here in Winona, heat race number 4 for the factory stocks. Pineville, Louisiana, Rodney Howell going to come across the straight and lead lap 1 and 3/8. Scotty Thrifty Nichols in the Cooper's Tire, number 1, or N1. Thrifty Nichols going to get wholesale spots there. He'll go to the 2nd spot. They battle there side by side. Alex Bates in the 14B down the back straight will look to go in the 3rd spot. He will. Alex Bates up to 3rd now. Before Pineville, Louisiana to the front in the form of Rodney Howell. Alex Bates looking to rue the Gilmer. Texan up out of the way down the back straight. They're going to side by side here in the turn number 3. Alex Bates using lessons learned from his father here tonight. That Jeff Bates Performance Power Plant underneath the hood, rocking and rolling around the Winona Oval, but it's not enough.
Yeah, Scotty Nichols trying to hold on what points he's got and don't want to fall back. to Wesley Langley. So he's going to hang right there in second with Alex Bates, hounding him right there in third. So Scotty needs to make it into the main event tonight, stay at least in the top 5.
And all of a sudden, Scotty's hooked up, David. I mean, he is running down Rodney Howell for this race lead. And let's be honest, he's raced here a lot more this season than the Pineville, Louisiana racer. Then, if you're wondering where Pineville is, that's just about a baseball toss across from Alexandria, Louisiana, right off of I-49.
Glad a lot of the Louisiana guys are showing up here tonight. You know, it makes it good racing for our local guys, you know, just sizing them up.
Oh,
man,
yeah.
look at this side-by-side race back here at the back, though.
Pineville, Louisiana, poking a plum town. You poke your head out the window, driving through it, you're plumb through it. It's an interesting place. Off of 4. One down the laps with only one more quarter-mile trip to go. Can Scotty Nichols get there? Nichols in that Mafia chassis built by Aaron and Adam Roy out of Red Lake, Texas. With a Jeff Bates Performance power plant underneath the hood. Final time through 3 and 4. It'll be all Pineville, Louisiana. To the front and to the race win here in heat race number 4 for the factory stocks. Rodney Howell gets the job done in 3H over the N1 of Scotty Nichols. Alex Bates, 14B, will grab the third and final transfer spot. He'll go A-Main Racing tonight.
Anyway, with one feature win here this year, brings him down the back straightaway. Into turn 3 and 4. Looking for the green flag right here. Everyone is tightened up. There we go. All right, Mike Meadows laying it down. Here comes the double X, Justin Romine, moving up quick. Up into second already from the third row outside.
Debris flying off of the 115 car down the back straightaway there. Make it caution. We'll have to see if it's out of harm's way for the rest of these competitors. Mike Meadows getting a little loose here on the intro to 1 and 2. Justin Romine looking to fire a bullet off the exit 2 down the back straightaway. He'll fire a blank this time. Meadows holds him at bay right now. He says, sit down and take a seat. Don't know how long that'll work, though. Romine going to go to the inside for the race lead off of turn before they'll drag race to the stripe. Give it to Romine by half a cat's whisker.
Meadows left the door open just a little bit down there in 3 and 4. I think he left the door open for him. Knew he was there. Here comes Billy 3. He'd like to move up into second now.
BM3. Gotta love the sponsors he brings to the table. Timeout Gentlemen's Club, baby. As he heads off here to 1 and 2 in the 115 at the M50 heavy haul entry down the back straightaway.
Oh, Meadows seems to have slowed over there, but we're going to have a caution over here in turns 1 and 2, looks like. There we go. Caution in 1 and 2.
3 cruiser right there before they became factory stocks.
All right, Justin Romine ready to restart heat race number 1.
Romine going to lead the herd down here in the 1 and 2 in hot stock heat race number 1.
Billy 3 around the outside in the second. That is
oh my. They're looking about like me on Interstate 20 a few weeks ago.
Oh, BM3, little stutter on the front straightaway. That may be he's going to try to get into the pit area. We're going to stay green, I believe.
Send him to promoter school. Meanwhile, Justin Romine's checked out. He's gone with the win in this one.
25M, Cody Miller is into the third spot now. Here's your leader with the white flag, Justin Romine. Whole straightaway lead over second place, 2R. Don't have the name of that driver right in front of me yet. Get that straightened out. And the 25M, Cody Miller. Your top 3 with Mike Meadows rounding out. Here's your leader on the front straightaway.
By any means necessary, he says, I got mine. It's Justin Romine. He takes hot stock heat race number 1. Alpha 4 down the front boulevard, grabbing second.
I might have to figure that out too. Tito leads him down the back straightaway. Jimmy Bird on his outside, the number 15. And your points leader, Bobby Gibson, 51. Second row inside. Here we go. Looks like there's the green flag.
Bobby Gibson, he no longer, it doesn't take too much time to get to the front here, David. We'll see what happens. They'll try to dispose of the 70 of Jeff Tito down the back straight. Here comes 51. He'll fire a bullet into turn number 3.
Looks like he's going to come up and challenge Jimmy Bird now. That's the car I've kind of been keeping my eye on.
Oh, it's going to be a dance down Sesame Street. Big Bird holding on to the race lead right now, but here comes Big Bird, the big yellow 51. Bobby Gibson down the back straight. We're going to go for the race lead. He's been there all season long. And the 15 of Jimmy Bird at the Carthage, Texas, jumping the B&D Motorsports Express.
Oh, Tito's taking the spin.
He can't hold him at bay much longer. Bobby Gibson to the point.
Yeah, we'll go caution there. Jeff Tito spinning in turn. Bird right there in the number 15 with him. And the triple eight of Craig Mosley. Here we go with the restart. Down the front straightaway again. It's all Gibson. Jeff Tito takes up at the back of the field. He'll battle it out with Jack Amburn Jr. All right, good battle back for third. 3-car battle for third. Oh, the triple eight, Craig Mosley now moves up into third. Good pass there in turn 2. Bobby Gibson starting to extend his lead over Jimmy Bird and Mosley. Everyone's strung it out now. Here's your leader and your points leader. Again on the front straightaway, 51 of Bobby Gibson, starting to increase his lead over Jimmy Bird. John Burnett back in 4th place in the number 5. Amburn Jr. starting to creep up onto the back bumper of Burnett. And Jeff Tito ran. Oh, Amburn slows on the front straightaway. May have a problem there. He does. A lot of sparks from the rear of Amburn Jr. Takes it into the pit area. Has a white flag out for Bobby Gibson, 51. He cruises into turn 1 and 2. Bird and Mosley going to cruise to second and third easy, it looks like. But around turn 3 and 4, Bobby Gibson's bringing it home there with the checkered flag. There's Bobby Gibson bringing it in. Oh, Bird slows over in turns 3 and 4. Mosley's going to bring it in second, followed by Burnett and Tito. And Braden Rogers, he's in this one, starting out. Braden back in 6th. Pretty good ways back in the points. I think he has no chance of winning the points, but could win the race here tonight with the green flag start. Oh, Rogers slows on the front straightaway. The 14R goes from first to last there on the into turn 1. So Rogers right back into the pit area. He's going to hand the lead over. Oh, Franklin had it there for just a second. Every car shuffling around for the lead though. The 3. Around they come. Nathan Royce, I believe, bringing it home for the lead so far. Here comes the 13 now moving up. Tommy Gooden. Gooden's had some feature wins here already this year. So Gooden's moving in. Number 19, Brian Franklin, slowing just a little bit. Carrying the Texas flag there, back in 6th place. Here comes Gooden now for the pass on the front straightaway. Gooden moves in. Moves in for the pass and takes over on the back straightaway. Rose will go back to 2nd. Still going under green here. Everyone's starting to stretch it out just a little bit. Back in 3rd. The number 6, Sean Graham, will be back in 3rd. And a good battle for 4th. 3-car battle for 4th now. All right, number 13, Tommy Good now starting to stretch out that lead. Front straightaway. There he is on the front straightaway. Oh, second place to 3M, Montana Mize. Running up in second place now. So there's your leaders, Gooding and Mize right there. Top three, the number 6 is Sean Graham, and the 32 coming through, Luke Wheat. Wheat has moved up from the back row. Here comes the number 19, Brian Franklin, trying to move up in fourth. There's the white flag lap. One more lap to go for Tommy Gooden. Gooden's on the back straightaway. He's all alone there. Into turn 3. Rounding turn 4. Here we come, bringing it to the checkered flag. Tommy Gooden right there with the checkered flag. Coming into second, the 3M. Montana Mize will be there, followed by the number 6, Sean Graham. 32L, the number 19. All the youngsters down there on the RC track and needs to get off the track down there. All right, with the start of heat race number 2, the front wheel drives. Here they go down to turn 1 and 2 around the outside. 13F Todd Fletcher dropping into second, trying to put it up into first place. Got his battle hands full with Stephen Morris. And we go to caution. On the front row, Eddie Brewer on the outside. Here we go with the restart.
Stephen Harris, a regular at the Boot Hill Speedway in Greenwood, Louisiana, going to lead them off the turn before they go 3 wide here at the middle of the pack. A good restart here for the 14 as they head off into 1. Be sure to see the Dirt Track Junkies, folks, tonight. My good friend Charlie Milner down there still into the Dirt Track Junkie stuff. He's toughing out the weather, so y'all should go tough it out with him and go support Dirt Track Junkies as we go at it hot and heavy here in 4-cylinder heat race number 2 of the night. As they go side by side here for the second spot off of turn number 4, it's still out front, or now the 13F out front, and they go side by side here. The 14F trying to take over the second spot. He will. He'll put the 6 in his hip pocket of Stephen Harris.
Hot Todd Fletcher getting out front, trying to finish this off in heat race number 2 here. Mike Stables 14S has moved up into second place from the back row. Good battle back for 4th place. Battle between the number 5, Scott Newberry, and the 69 back there, Kirk Rainwater, having a good battle for 4th. All right, your leaders over in turn 3 and 4, the 13F. Todd Fletcher on the front straightaway.
Todd Fletcher continues to lead them down here in the turns 1 and 2 in the 13F. Harris now in the sights into 1 and 2. Harris all kinds of cattywampus, if you will, and loses 2 more spots. He's way up top for Grandpa Keats the good bourbon, and he may come to a halt. He does not.
Last lap starting to wind down for the 13F, Todd Fletcher. Good commanding lead out front. 14S, Mike Stables cruising along right there in second. Got to see everyone stretched out with it respectively in their own spots. Still a few more laps to go here. Again, this is heat race number 2 for the front wheel drives. Limited, you should be in the staging area. White flag out. 1 more lap to go for the 13F, Todd Fletcher. Todd Fletcher out front. Mike Stables back in second. Here's your leader. Round in turn 3 and 4. 13F of Todd Fletcher. Followed by second place, the 14S. That's Mike Staples. At the number 5 coming through, Scott Newberry. And then the number 69 of Kirk Rainwell.
Together. Boy, you know, I don't want to talk too much about it because my boy, the Joker, Jason Tyner, may be out there somewhere, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. Boy, that was a wild one with the Ricky Keller getting the victory that night. If we have a moment, I'll share the post-race interview with Ricky Keller that I was not able to share on the front straightaway a couple of weeks ago. We're underway, David, and limited modified heat race number 1. It'll be the Gladewater Texan Billy Jack Bruchin who looks to lead him across. The former Turkey Nationals winner in the Whataburger Rock and Roll 561 to the Flint Texan Kevin Simpson down the back straightaway here into turn number 3 on the opening circuit. It'll be all Billy Jack Bruchin driving the Jack Swimming Service Gotcha Chassis number 78, leading them off here into 1 and 2.
Like the Limiteds are going to go up there and open up that second lane on the outside tonight. That's the first time I've seen somebody actually get up there and do something right then. I think that was Ian Looper up there that done that.
Kevin Simpson not scared to get up there and test the waters. A very well accomplished racer, like I said, out of Flint, Texas. Ian Looper, a former sprint car ace, back in the 4th spot. Ian Looper holds on the 4th comfortably here down the back straightaway.
Yeah, Billy Jack Bridges, he needs to redeem himself here tonight. Bowl Speedway. Brandon Ball, another 3P now up there. He's going to challenge for the lead, surely.
The Farmerville Freight Train, Brandon Ball, formerly out of Farmerville, Louisiana. He's a former Tootsie Smith Memorial winner for $3,000 at Arklatex. He won $5,000, the biggest win of his career back in 2010 at the Chatham Raceway at Chatham, Louisiana. One of the more well-accomplished Arklatex racing shoes. The age of 28 years old, down the back straight, he holds on to second with his crosshairs dialed to the back bumper to the 78 of Billy Joe Bruchin out of Gladewater.
Ian Looper, I say, kept trying to move up into that high line, but they got a little loose over in turn 1 and 2. Just then lost a little bit of ground to Kevin Simpson.
Brandon Ball, he's got it all. He's got the momentum down the back straightaway with the crosshairs down to the back spoiler of the 78. He'll try some high line momentum way up top where Grandpa keeps the good bourbon off of turn number 4. Here comes the Farmerville Freight Train, Brandon Ball. It's heating up into turns 1 and 2. Brandon Ball really trying to make it work up top here, David. We'll see what happens. He's able to sell off a lot more momentum. Kind of caught a little bit of character there in the center point of 3 and 4. We'll see what he can do here on the final lap. He's carrying some momentum out here in the 1 and 2.
Yeah, he tried a high-low line over there in 3, go high and then shoot down low. Tried it again there in turn 1 and 2.
One thing I love about watching Brandon Ball, he drives with reckless abandon. He's a very, he can be conservative if he wants to be, but he loves to be aggressive as well, but it won't be enough tonight as Billy Joe Bruchin holds on. The Farmerville Freight Train, Brandon Ball, now out of Texarkana, Texas, will come across second, followed by the Flint Texan, driving the Arklatex Speedway. It'd be fun to watch Troy Keith here, maybe at Bowl Speedway for the first time in his career tonight. Be interesting to know that.
All right, Spud Carlton, one of our local guys here, going to get us started. He raced number 2 for the Limiteds.
And it's kind of a wild start.
That was Jesse Mazzell getting a little bit tangled up back there on the start.
The 29 of Charlton going to lead them off of 4 in the 29 with the race lead. Will lead the first 2 circuits off of turn number 4 down the front straight. Here we go. Kevin Manning holding on to second. Kevin Manning put on a show at the 10,000 win Hoosier Tire Southwest Southern Sport Mine Nationals this year down in Waco, Texas. As we were live on raceontexas.com, we have one way up top. H93 nearly ended up at the Heartbreak Hotel, but he gets it straightened out.
I have to keep an eye on the 55 of Jesse Mazzell. He's not been in this all year. I think last race here may have been his first race in the Limiteds this year, but wow, he's doing well, holding a good solid line.
Jesse Mazzell holding on the third, trying to hold off the 11 of Troy Keith out of Benton, Louisiana. As Keith holds on the 4th spot, Jesse Mazzell in third out of Frankston, Texas, that M50 heavy haul number 55L, Kevin Manning. No relation to Eli or Peyton, but he's looking good tonight. He's got the 8-car hustling around the Winona Oval here tonight. Up to second. But I tell you what, how about old Spud? He ain't laying over tonight. He's looking good in 29 as well. Looking like the old days of Kevin Harvick's 29.
Say the same thing. That Spud, man, he's on the gas tonight. Which he always does good here at Rose Bowl. But tonight, with all the out-of-towners here tonight, Spud's showing them this is his track and doing well.
Spud sitting in fourth in the points coming into tonight's final action of 2017. As Jason Tyner not here to battle, but he sits second in the points. I'm telling you what, though, I was talking about Kevin Manning. He was racing live on a live pay-per-view for 10,000 win this year. He won the non-qualifiers race and elected to take the $2,000 starting job for the main event rather than just taking that 2,000 win non-qualifier win. He said, I want to try for the big bucks. And then, boy, he threw slide job after slide job in that non-qualifier race. You can find it all on raceontexas.com on demand as the white flag waits for Spud.
Spud may have lost a little ground to the number 8, Kevin Manning. Did that lap there. Not sure what happened there. Manning either pulled up to him or Spud slowed down. I think Manning just pulled up to him like he did just then.
Manning's just able to drive his car much deeper into the corner there, but it won't be enough.
All right, there we have it. Manning's limited to running them out here tonight.
Car to car to car. Won 2 of them and finished third in the factory. I mean, he's one of the all-time greatest to ever do it in the Arklatex region. Speaking of win again, Chris Hennigan. But that was then, this is now.
All right, ready for the start. Dwayne McKelvin gets them started right here with a green flag start. Here comes Jesse Mazzell around the outside. Immediately, Jesse's already had his feel of the track for the night, so there he goes right out into the lead. See if he can.
And Jesse's just getting right back into the zone he just came out of. And then, oh boy, he's going to get crowded here in the 3 and 4. And they never make contact to this point. That is good racing side by side off of turn number 4. Mazzell trying to hold off the charge from the 111 down into turns 1 and 2. Dwayne McKelvin making a power move there. We got another power move there off of turn number 4 in the form of the 1, or the 7 rather.
That's 7D. That's Danny Hedrick.
Danny Hedrick won our most recent rear-wheel drive main event here at the Speedway, as he's up to 4th now with his crosshairs down on that trio up ahead of him as they head off into 3-4. Jesse Mazzell going to try to fight back for the race lead. He will. Who's going to lead this time with the line? That outside line momentum going to work to the advantage of the 111 of McKelvin as they head off into 1. McKelvin still leads, holding back the charge from the Frankston Texan of the 55, and here comes Hedrick now. Danny Hedrick up to 3rd, trying to the inside.
We had a good car. I got to thank Dwayne and my brother for letting me drive it. Let me drive it in the hot stock class also tonight.
That's kind of a segue into my next question on site tonight.
Anyway, we'll get to the rest of Danny Hedrick's interview. He raced this car in both classes last time out. Don't forget that. So he knows this car very well, and he got a good restart. He'll try for the race lead in the 7D here as they head off into 1. Only a few more laps to go, and way up top, pushing up the racetrack, opens the door for Hedrick to go right by for the race lead, and Mazzell wants a piece of the pie as well. The Frankston Texan all over the 11. The 11 drives it real deep, and they're trying to go 3 different lanes wide for the race lead. Not quite enough, though. Hedrick still leads off of 4. Here comes the wily veteran Lee Prater. He makes that Volkswagen look good, don't he, David?
Man, the Volkswagens just can't come out, especially Lee Prater, because those things, I guess, handle as good as anything out there.
If you can get around Armadillo Hill, you can get around the Winona Oval here.
Look, right into 3rd. There he goes. Now he's setting aside on Jesse Mazzell now.
Lee Prater can win the championship still tonight, a double points night, as Randy Ward did not have the performance he was looking for in this particular race. So that'll give the opportunity for Lee Prater to really capitalize tonight, as Mazzell got really loose off of 4, and he'll fade back to 3rd and may lose another spot. He'll be a victim here in the 1 and 2. As the green flag still waving here. High above the competition, Lee Prater, now Jesse Mazzell.
Slow it on the back straightaway, yeah. Lee got a little loose as he passed Jesse Mazzell too, but he hung on to it. And, man, he's moving in that 0 as the white flag is out. 1 more lap to go for Danny Hedrick.
Yeah, once Danny got out front, man, he threw the keys on the counter. He's gone.
I see why he was in the hot stock class with that thing last week.
Yeah, he put about nearly a whole straightaway on these boys. He'll roll off of 4. He'll see a face full of checkered flag. Danny Hedrick, your winner in rear-wheel drive. Heat number 2 of the night, followed by the 0 of Lee Prater. The 4th row. So it'll be Nicholas Kirby that puts his foot through the firewall here in this 12-lap affair. The top 4 go to the main event tonight. The rest of them will put it on a trailer. We'll see you later. The 34 Jackson lining up at the tail here as well. as they try to go 3 wide off the exit of corner number 2 down the back straightaway. Driving the Chip Bates power number 17 next is Joe Miller, the killer. He'll take over the race lead, live up to his moniker, and put the field in his cross, earn his rearview mirror here off of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway they go. Austin Hill up to the 4th spot here. Only the top 4 going to the main event tonight. Austin Hill in the H93 holds on to the 4th spot down the back straightaway. He'll have the 4th and final transfer spot in the cat bag right now. Joe Miller going to lead him off of turn number 4 in the 17X over Jonathan Stewart. Nicholas Kirby Hill in the 4th and final spot, like I said a few moments ago. In your first factory stock B main event of the night, 12 laps. This is the top 4 to the A. And the top 4 have all separated themselves from the rest on back. And CJ Howell's 3 machine is just not working quite to expectation how he'd like it after that damage earlier in that factory stock heat. And he's got a broken left front. It's just been a bad night for the youngster out of Louisiana. Oh, Joe Miller getting a shot in the shorts there off the exit of 2 down the back straightaway. And he'll fade nearly all the way to the tail here. He'll have to get back on the loud pedal here and try to hunt down the 29 of Stewart, as Stewart will lead now in 29. Stewart giving him the boot there, David. He says, get out of my house.
All right, just dropping back in on the action here, Zach. Looks like it's been a heated up race. I've been just kind of listening in the background there with Jonathan Stewart. Wow.
And Nicholas Kirby now all over his tail tank here in the 1 and 2.
Need to keep up with the top 4 here. See who we got.
Your top 4 all kind of separated there. You got Hale in the H93 there, David. Joe Miller, who led the first several laps of this race, is back in the 3rd spot, but he's hoping he can catch that top 2 duo here. And Andy Dalton loops the car to bring your first caution out of this factory stock B main event, as well as the 32R of Ricky Wheat.
Looks like we're going right back to green flag racing. Jonathan Stewart brings them around on the gas out of turn 3 and 4 with the green flag. Good solid start. Miller's going to try to come around the outside.
Not a good restart for Jackson. The 34, he'll fade all the way to the tail. We'll see what Joe Miller elects to do. If he can get back to the tail tank of the 29 here, should be interesting. But he may play it conservative and know you got to go with an A main tonight. Not sure if there'll be any payback for that altercation down there on the racetrack a few laps ago before we went caution.
Yeah, he can get in there right there if he stays there, but to get a better spot, he needs to move up. Joe Miller, well, you remember the last race here, he and Kane, yes, that what a race they put on.
And, of course, driving Joe Miller's limited modified that night. Ricky Killer got the win in the limited, so it was a good night for the Miller Racing team in the entirety. As Nicholas Kirby continues to fend off the charge from Joe Miller, but Miller wants more. He'll try to pull it down to the inside of him here at the bottom of turns 3 and 4. Can't find it. Off of 4. Still with the race leads at 29 and J Stu. Off of 4. He has the race lead in 29. So all sights set on the 2nd spot right now, although it may just be for position of the A main or where you may start later on. That one position, very, very valuable. It could be the difference between starting on the 6th row or maybe the 8th row.
There's the white flag.
Shakes out in the 2nd race.
Wow, looks like it's all Jonathan Stewart right here in this B. Pulling it out now over Kirby and Joe Miller. Here they are, headed for the checkered flag.
And
it's
it'll
going to be
Jonathan Stewart in 29. Take the B main victory to the Big O Trucking sponsor number 29 over the 2H of Nicholas Kirby, the 17X at Joe Miller.
Through the field here again, we're taking the top 4 here. 54, Doug Hearn is in this one. All right, caution light is out. All right, green flag is out. Here we go. Again, taking the top 4 here. B number 2 for the factories.
Who's going to make the dance tonight here, David, as they head off into 1?
Man, everybody looks like they'd like to get in the dance tonight.
Oh, yeah. Trying to go 3 wide here for the 4th and final transfer spot down the back straightaway here in the turn number 3.
Man, 4th place there, moving up quick.
Look out, 96 going to loop the car, set up a donut shop here in the 1 and 2. Oh my goodness, great driving by everybody who evaded a disaster there. That could have been ugly.
It looks like Dusty McConaughey back there, and he's
Imagine what happens later. It could come down to TJ and Donnie who wins that race, and maybe who finishes on his back bumper. Could be either one of those guys winning the championship. But we're back on our way here at Bowl Speedway as we head off into turn number 1 here. David and B-Main number 2 for the factory stock. Once again, racing into this 12-lap affair. We'll take only the top 4 to the 8. They're side by side for the final transfer spot down the back straightaway. Right now, Doug Hearn has the 4th and final transfer spot in the 54, but he wants more. And the 34 just looped it right in front of the field, and it's going to collect the rest of the field. Literally. And the
3, maybe, that looks like it was that. All right, here we go. Back to green flag racing. Again, taking the top 4 right here. B number 2 for the factories.
Doug Hearn crossed it up in front of the 1, and we got more around here.
Good big, yep. Caution coming out right here for turn 1. Evans, your points leaders, coming down the back straightaway. The 1W, Walter Hamilton, y'all remember him? Here we go at green flag racing.
For all it's worth, in 2017, the track championship title comes down to TJ Evans, who's got a good start to the inside of the Palestine Texan Donovan Bryan as they head up into 1 and 2 for the first time tonight. Cameron Furr. Oh, and Walter Hamilton nearly lost the handle. He's going to collect a bunch of cars behind him, a victim of circumstance.
First calls him out. That's Wesley Langley over there tangled up in that first car I saw.
Bumper just talked and interviewed both of those drivers. You heard it all down there a few moments ago. Donnie said he's nervous. He's as nervous as he's been since probably that 2013 Armadillo Nationals victory for $3,000. Walter Hamilton. He says, I'm not racing for points. I'm racing for the big money tonight. Lights are out. Donnie McBride on the loud pedal as your pole sitter and trying to win the track championship here at Bowl Speedway for 2017. And TJ Evans got another good start for the first time down into 1 and 2, David. They're going to go at it hot and heavy. We'll see if that outside line for Walter Hamilton will pay to fruition as they're 3 wide off the 2 down the back straightaways.
That's all right. That's a good one to get excited about. Look at these top 2 right here just going at it out front. The race we've been waiting for.
You need like 2 or 3 sets of eyeballs right now to see everything that's going on this racetrack right now. As down the back straightaway, TJ Evans all over the tail tank. And 44 of Langley's around, but he keeps it strolling and rolling, sending him to promoter school. Alpha 4, it'll be Donnie McBride Jr. who leads the first 2 laps of this 20-lap affair tonight. The drivers 1 and 2 in the points, run 1 and 2 on the racetrack right now. Evans says that I know that I have to win this race, and I have to have the 18M finish at least 3 cars behind to win this title. He'll put the heat all over McBride. In the turn number 3, Don McBride has the race lead off of turn number 4 and 18M. Trying to hold the Kilgore Texan at bay. Can he get the job done? Here comes TJ. The caution's out.
Caution for turn 2. Continue this race. I believe we only scored 1 lap that time, maybe 2.
Don McBride back on the loud pedal. We'll see what the Dallas-Fort Worth native can do here as he'll look to sidestep the 215 of TJ Evans. They have that lower line. Preferred line to their advantage as they head off into 1 and 2 here. As here comes a 1W. Walter Hamilton. He's got some bite down the back straightaway. He'll look to sidestep the 215. Can't get the job done. Into 3. Some contact for the race lead. Oh my goodness gracious. I don't know. It didn't look too intentional from this vantage point, but the caution's going to come out anyway. TJ Evans, look, we just talked to TJ down there. I don't believe he did that intentionally. I believe they were just going at it that back to the point here. So the lights go out. David will get ready to relight the fire. It's been hot. It's been heavy so far. 4 points separate these guys. Top 2, Donnie McBride, going to get back on the loud pedal. We're back underway. And TJ got a good bite here to the inside. Cameron to 3rd now. Cameron Furr. He'll go 3 wide there momentarily. He'll dispose of 2 and get 2 for the price of 1. And we got 2, maybe 1 getting under the retaining wall. And the caution, Jonathan Stewart and Charles Graham going to come to a halt at the top of turns 1 and 2. And the caution back out.
They're all still holding their seats.
Hey, I paid my hard-earned money to get in here to see some stuff like this every now and then break out. Here we go. Baby, we're back underway. Donnie McBride going to lead him down to the hole into 1. Oh, turn on the front straightaway is Howell. And he'll catch the Uke tire and he'll get damage on the left front. And Cameron Furr had nowhere to go. Oh.
Folks, get on your feet. Here we go. Donnie McBride Jr. again brings him out of turn 3 and 4.
McBride on the loud pedal and a big jump there in the middle point of the track, but it's okay. We go and We're back underway. The 3 wide mid-pack. All kinds of tough battles taking place here on the restart. 3 different lanes wide there mid-pack, David. I'm telling you,
Donald Kane got up in the 4th.
It's a game of shuffleboard right now. Oh, and TJ Evans just gave the 18 another shot in the shorts there. How bad do you want it tonight here in Winona? Cameron Furr going to look to stock the tire tracks of the lead duo here. He's the man in the trio spot now, holding on to 3rd. But here comes your reigning winner here, Donald Kane, looking to race some of that of his last name tonight. Race some Kane, Donald. As we roll off of turn number 4, David with the race lead is still the Palestine Texan, Donnie McBride Jr. holding off Evans, the 1-star Cameron Furr.
Well, McBride Jr. is solid out front right now.
And this car
got
could
a
get
little
off
bit
the
of breathing
racetrack
room
here.
now.
We'll stay green.
Cameron Furr's tight, right behind TJ. Here comes Kane.
I wonder if
One
that
M's off
left
the track.
rear. I look at that left rear for the 18M of Donnie McBride. Did it receive some contact where he could get a tire coat down, and around goes Big Boss Ross Malone. He got turned, it looked like, by the 2H of Nicholas Kirby, and I don't believe he'll get it refired. We'll get caution.
It's going to be a caution.
Well, the lights go out, and the candles have been relit. We relight the cake off of 4. We're backing away on this bash here at Winona. Donnie McBride continues to lead the herd as they head off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway on a single file restart. Too many cautions here on the opening.
Look at Hamilton pull up beside Kane over there.
Yeah, Walter Hamilton pulls back to the inside of Kane. Kane says no, sit down, take a seat. A 1 here last time out. Walter Hamilton will fade back to the 5th spot. Donald Kane to 4th now, 179. Cameron Furr all over the tail tank of the 215, but looks like he has front end damage. I'm not sure. A little bit of character spot down there in turns 1 and 2. So off of 4. Now Donald Kane going to work to the inside of the 1-star. The Clearwater Texan Cameron Furr for 3rd now. Cameron can't get the job done, or he can.
I think Cameron got into that hole right there in turn 1 earlier. He did come through there good that time.
But TJ Evans, he's in the zone now. Got the helmet kind of leaned down. He's able to pick his
Cameron
marks on
Furr's
the
making up
racetrack.
some ground now.
Cameron Furr battling maybe just an ill-handling race car right now. His car seems just to be a little bit of tight on entry. I'm not sure. We'll have to see what happens here. But sometimes you do want to be a little tight coming down to the wire. His car is going to still very good. Right through that slick. We'll see what happens as we hit them off down into 1 and 2. Your top 5 are all within striking distance of one another. It's a train race down to the bottom of the racetrack here at the Bowl Speedway tonight, David. It should be a good one to see who settles the score for your top 2. If McBride
we
wins,
got Bates slowed on the
Alex
front
Bates slowed down the front straightaway. He'll try to get out of harm's way.
Man, these top
We
5
stay
cars,
green.
though, right here. Wow.
Here comes Cameron Furr. He'll pull the trigger down to the bottom of the inside of the 215 for 2nd. Furr
he
going to
goes.
smash the throttle
Cameron Furr's
to the
underneath.
inside. Evans says no. Cameron Furr to the inside of the 215 down the back straight. They're going to door. And Cameron Furr going to take over the bridesmaids' honors in this one for
Here
the time
comes
being. And we
Kane
got
with him.
Rodney Howell slow down the front straightaway, and he'll stop and bring out the caution. The caution's going to come out, but Furr comes across. The 215 of Evans wanted a Delaware double file restart. He will not get it. So Cameron Furr holds on to 2nd after disposing of the 215 on that last green flag run. We're back on the way, and a good restart by the 1-star Cameron Furr. He'll send it off into 1 and 2. He's all over the tail tank of the 18M with Donnie McBride Jr. The young man trying to get his 2nd or 3rd win this season at Bowl Speedway, trying to end the 2017 season in a big way. We'll roll off of turn number 4 for the race lead. It's still 18M with Donnie McBride, but here comes Cameron Furr. Boy, the way Donnie gets into the entry to the corner, David, he leaves that tail wide open just to get tagged there. But I'll tell you, it takes a really smart and a very calm, cool, collected racer like Cameron or TJ Evans to not get into him. Of course, Evans got into him earlier in this race. But, man, the way the 1-star is able to fire off the exit of 4 is bar none. The separation right now, he'll give him a little shot in the shorts. Hello, I'm here. And right now, I don't know that the 18M of McBride has any idea whether that's Furr, the 215 of Evans, or Donald Kane. He has no ideas, no reviews, no spotters, no one to tell him who is knocking on the back door like a trick-or-treater with a sweet tooth here a few weeks here after Halloween.
I think he pushed him all the way down the front straightaway that time.
A big bite down the back straightaway for the 17-year-old Cameron Furr. He'll drift up the racetrack a little bit. He'll smash the throttle off of turn number 4. Donnie McBride making his car wider than a triple wide trailer right now down into turn number 1. Here comes Cameron Furr again to the inside for the race lead. Not enough. Oh, and some contact, ever so slight there off of 2. You'll find that a lot when these guys are all vying for that low line. I'll tell you, a testament if McBride can hold on to win this race, David. Unbelievable. And we got Andy Dalton.
Caution over here in turn 1 and 2, it looks like. Andy Dalton, again, he may be cautioned out. Zach, we're going to get right back to this very heated race here.
Will the youngster, the 17-year-old, make a charge to take over this race lead to get the win tonight? His 3rd of the season here at Rose Bowl. McBride also has 2 apiece between your top 2 competitors right now. Evans with 4 wins here on the year. Back in 3rd now. Down the back straightaway. Knocking on the back door again like a trick-or-treater with a sweet tooth again. It's the 1-star Cameron Furr. Giving the 18 with Donnie McBride all he's worth. Off of 4 down the front straightaway they come. And your Dirt Track Junkies factory stock main event for all it's worth tonight. They roll again off the 4, David.
Donnie might have found a little more speed in this restart.
TJ Evans slowing just a little bit, not quite. He separates himself that time off the exit of corner number 2. Down the back straightaway from the 179. Cameron Furr all over the tilt tank of the Morwell Service F&F transmission. And something, a piece of debris just came off the 1-star Cameron Furr. Not sure what came off the 1-star, but something undoubtedly came off the 1-star Cameron Furr in turns 3 and 4, and you see that piece of debris sitting right there in the center point of turns 3 and 4. There's undoubtedly, I'm not sure what it is, could be something very minute, but they're going to roll right through it. And the white flag is out the final trip around the racetrack. Cameron Furr going to have to pull the trigger. If he wants to do it, he's got to do it, and he's got to go now. Off of 2. Down the back straightaway, firing for the final time of the turn number 3. He'll win the final race of 2017 unless Cameron Furr can make a final bid. He will not do it. He'll push up the racetrack. Your 2017 final race winner, your 2017 Rose Bowl Speedway factory stock track champion, goes to Donnie McBride Jr. out of Palestine, Texas in 18M. A stellar performance by the 17-year-old Cameron Furr to grab the bridesmaids in this one. TJ Evans will grab 3rd in 215. Donald Kane, your most recent winner of 179, will grab 4th. We'll head down and get a
post-race circle. Maybe we'll get a victory donut right here. He's certainly deserving.
Give it up for
Donnie McBride Jr. Y'all make a bunch of noise. Zach is going to go down there and try to get a few words with our winner and our track champion here tonight, Donnie McBride Jr. When Donnie gets out of the car, folks, y'all make lots of noise for Donnie McBride Jr. Zach will be down there to get a few words from our champ. We're going to get a burnout. Y'all make a bunch of noise. Donnie McBride Jr. earning it here tonight.
All race fans, you got to give it up for him when he gets out of this thing. I don't know how he's going to be able to breathe. I can hardly breathe. But sometimes you just got to go amidst the smoke. He's climbing out now, folks. They're getting ready. Here he comes for Palestine, your 17 track champion, Donnie McBride Jr. Up on top to celebrate. Donnie, there's quite a few things we could talk about this race, my friend. Let's try to see if we can escape some of this smoke, get in front of these race fans. Okay, I'll get up there with you. Let's go. Dad's down here celebrating with Donnie McBride Sr. Talking about how proud he is of him. Hey, let's walk up here and get in front of these great race fans real quick. Hey, y'all give him a hand. Donnie McBride Jr., your factory stock champion here for 2017. Donnie, obviously quite a few things we could talk about from the early going in this race. Some contact there with the 215. I don't know if TJ meant to do it, but man, what were you thinking at that point when you were thinking you had to go to the tail?
Well, you know, I mean, I kept trying to get going, and you know, I drove it in a corner, and I thought, you know, I know he drove it in there a little bit harder, and he got into me. You know, I tried to save it, but there was nothing I can do, and I tried to keep going, and they were trying to tell me I needed to go to the back, and I was like, I ain't going to the back. I got took out.
Knowing how close it was, you told me that, man, you may have been as nervous as you were when you won the 3,001 Armadillo Nationals in Kilgore back in 2013. To know that you're standing here right now, what a relief.
Oh, man, y'all have no idea. Okay, a couple months ago, I sat there and I led the whole lap for $700, just like this one is tonight, and I lost a piston on the last lap. I feel like I redeemed myself tonight sitting there winning that $700 back.
Man, you had to earn this win. After the one-star Cameron Furr got around the 215 of Evans, he really pressured you hard there for this win.
Yeah, he got underneath me one time going down here in the one. He pulled up beside me, but I thought it was TJ, and I had to chop him off. And we had that caution. He pulled up beside me, and I saw that it was him. So I knew if he got back underneath me to let him go, because all I had to do was finish either in front of TJ or right behind him.
You know, I think that your demeanor and everything kind of speaks how much this means to you. But when I ask you in words, what does this really mean to Donnie McBride Jr. right now? You said you may take a little bit of time off of racing in 2018.
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna try to get my eyes fixed. You know, I got bad problems with my eyes, and I'm gonna get my little girl into some go-kart racing, and she really loves racing. So I'm gonna take a little time off next year. I'm gonna just travel a little bit, doing a little bit of racing here and there, and go have a vacation. Actually,
Too young to be having eye problems.
man, hell, I'm too young to be having heart problems. But look at me last year.
Hey, and I told you down there, man, to God be the glory. You're here to celebrate this tonight, man. What a testament to you and everything you've been through.
Yeah, I got to thank God. I want to thank y'all fans, anybody that has cheered for me. Thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. I know I got a lot of haters out there, but I love y'all too. It ain't nothing but motivation is all it is.
I tell you, just final thing, if you and TJ were to talk about this tonight, what will you go there and say to him? Obviously, a hard, fierce battle throughout 2017.
Well, that's something I'll probably just leave between me and TJ.
I got you, brother. Hey, congratulations to you, man.
All right, appreciate
Give
that.
up for it, folks, from Palestine, Texas. Donnie McBride Jr., your 2017 factory stock track champion and your 2017 final race winner here at Rose Bowl.
Here we go. Looking them over. I don't know. It's not going to be. There we go. Green flag start. Justin Romine holds him into turns 1 and 2. Oh, Romine's going to take a spin. He's out of there. That may bring out the caution. That'll bring us straight away. We're ready to get this race started. Hot stock feature race of the night. And the green flag flies. Here we go. Bobby Gibson charging down in turn 1. Everyone safely to turns 1 and 2. Bobby Gibson trying to run it away now. 888 Craig Mosey moves up into third. Little out of shape on the front straightaway. 25M gets underneath. Cody Miller. Miller moves up to third. And Mosey looks like he's slowing on the back straightaway. Could have a problem with the 888. And Mosey still staying high in turns 3 and 4. And Mosey takes it to the pit area. We stay green. Here comes Bobby Gibson pulling it out now. See if he can hold on for the points lead and the win here tonight. Ready to resume out front. Winding down the laps here for the Hot Stock Championship, and here we go.
Bobby Gibson trying to do exactly what Donnie McBride Jr. just did, win his last race of the year and the track championship. He's already got the track championship sewed up, though. Not a whole lot at stake there like it was in that previous race, and all the excitement you saw from Donnie McBride. Nonetheless, though, Bobby Gibson wants to put the icing on the cake tonight. He's doing what Bobby Gibson does right now.
Yes, he is definitely icing the cake there. And the race is going to resume from second on back, it looks like. Now Justin Romine, he could use a couple of more cautions here and work his way up. He's back up in the 5th now. Just made the pass on Jeff Tito. Now he's looking for 4th.
And beyond on Race on Texas next week. Bobby Gibson, though, right where he left off. The yellow 51 on the line, put over back in the way.
Yeah, just looking how much rubber's been laid down. Oh, Bobby a little loose there out of turn 4. Just kind of noticing how blackened
Does
up
that
they
car
got
have
the
a flat
track.
tire? I don't know, man. That thing does not rotate very well there that time and off the exit of 4 that last time by the 51 car. We'll see.
Mike Meadows slowing over there in turn 3 and 4. He may be okay. Just a little slick over there, maybe. Oh, Justin Romine, he's up battling for 4th now. He in the 25M, Cody Miller, they're having a race for 4th. Romine has got back into this race from the back of the field. Wow, the closest battle is between Romine and the 25M, Cody Miller. Closest race on the track right now. Bobby Gibson, wow, burning up turn 4 just that time. Trying to click off the laps here, take home the points championship. All right, was that?
The white flag will be coming out this next time by, I do believe, David Berry, for your long-time race dominator here, and he's been the dominator all season long. And here he comes, off of 4 to receive a face full of white flag. Final trip around the racetrack for the final time in 2017 for the driver to the big yellow number 51 of Bobby Gibson. Here he is off of 4. He'll win the track championship and the final race of 2017. Bobby Gibson gets it done in 51.
Y'all make a bunch of noise for this guy. Bobby Gibson, he has put a big effort into this program this year for the Hot Start class.
Folks, he's dominated here all year long. He's going to get ready to get strapped out of the race car here. We'll get a quick word with your 2017 final race winner, your 2017 Hot Stock Track Champion. Give it up for Bobby Gibson in 51. Y'all can do better than that, Rose Bowl. Hey, dominated this deal all year, just like Donnie did. You won the final race of 2017 and the track championship. What a year it's been for you, Bobby Gibson.
Real good year. A lot of fans, but special thanks to the people that helped me on the car. My wife, Jenny, Robbie Gibson at Big Boy Motors, Justin Romine Oilfield Service, and my back pocket.
Romine got in there a little hot and heavy in the early going. Obviously helps you out. I don't think he meant to do that.
Now, me and him's best buds. We race together. We've been racing together for over 10 years. Just hard, good racing between us.
I don't expect you to tell me all your secrets. What's been the secret to this thing being so bad fast all year long? I mean, you have undoubtedly been the guy to beat.
Tires.
Tires.
Everybody wants to run the small Hoosier 500s. I run the pull-offs, and tires win the race.
And things dig.
They dig.
And you're a heck of a driver.
This 5th track championship, over 150 feature wins now, so we're happy.
That's impressive, Bobby, man. Congratulations to you, man. Well overdue, obviously, to get the track championship here, and I don't think anyone doubted that you would get the job done, man. And I know it's always nice to capitalize, isn't it?
It's nice to capitalize.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Jason Smith, for giving us a chance to race out here, And we'll see y'all next year. We'll be in a different class.
Looking for where are you going to next year?
Limited mods.
Looking forward to seeing you there, Bobby. We know you can get it done there, man. Congratulations.
I appreciate it.
Bobby Gibson, your hot stock track champion here in 2017. He'll be moving up to limited modifies next season.
Make All right, here we go, folks. Caution light is out. Here we go, number 13. Bringing it to the green flag, and down to turn 1 they go. Hope y'all get a Powder Coat Mafia t-shirt. All right, here we go, Tommy Gooden. We're going to get us restarted for the front wheel drive. Good solid start. There's a green flag. Todd Fletcher working around the outside of the 13F. Here comes the 14S moving up. Mike Stables. Stables trying to go into second place. Well, they're getting up kind of high. Woo, oh, no. Woo, there. All right, challenge for the lead. 14S, Mike Stables trying to go for the lead over Tommy Gooden. Goes underneath, looks like he'll take it away on the back straightaway. Oh, we got
he may go upside down if they don't stop that. Yep. One hard into the wall in turns 1. Boot Hill Speedway is the oldest dirt oval in the state of Louisiana. It was built in 1972 and 73. This place has got Boot Hill beat by a couple years. That's pretty interesting. So the lights are out. We're back underway in your 4-cylinder main event. Down the front straightaway, Tommy Gooden in that Mitsubishi Eclipse with the race lead in 13. Mike Stables is 1 mini at Lone Stars. Came over and won 1 at Boot Hill as well. They're trying to go 3 different lanes wide back here, and here comes a fight for second. Fletcher in that 13F trying to find something up there on the outside of the racetrack and find some grip and keep that momentum wound up underneath that machine. Here comes the battle for the race lead down the back straightaway. Mike Staples trying to crowd the 13 to Tommy Gooden for the top spot, but that Mitsubishi Eclipse digging, and the black flag waving here for the 14. May have to send him off the pace, and they're side by side for the race lead. The 14F led that lap, I believe. 13 says, okay. 13 goes in front of 14 numerically, but it may not be enough to re-inherit the top spot. He'll relinquish it here for the time being. Into 3, it'll be Mike Staples, and off of 4 with the race lead in 14. Being stalked by the 13 of Good now, who wants to get back to that top spot. Fletcher in 3rd. I think that's Jesse Tate back there in the 4th spot. Showing some smoke out of your race leader, Mike Staples, that time down there in the 1 and 2. Still some smoke down the back straightaway. We'll see if he can hold on. Does he have a tire rub? Is he losing a power plant? We'll find out here in the waning laps of this 4-cylinder main event presented by the Powder Coat Mafia into turns 1 and 2. Gooden now trying to hold off a charge from Fletcher here in the 13F. The smoke still just slightly coming out of your race leader. But, man, he is losing a lot of steam right now, it looks like. Maybe not quite. And that Honda Prelude out front in command. It's hard to tell. I can't tell if that's an Acura Integra or a Prelude. I'll tell you what, it looks like Mike Stables, for some reason, it looks like he's losing a little bit of ground on the entry of the corners, but still holding on up front. Man, that car is slowing down, man. Can you not tell? He is about to have company all over to his rear deck lid here in just a moment. Gooden, it may be for the win. Gooden going to have to try to reel back in. Stables here for the race lead, who got around him about 6 laps ago. Stables winding down the laps here in Winona in your 4-cylinder main event. And Gooden and Fletcher have caught him for the race lead.
Yeah, Tommy Gooden's had a lot of wins here this year, but not doing the best in the points, but he's had a lot of wins here. Fletcher trying to run him down, though, and they're running down the leader, Stables.
Lap traffic may become a factor here in the waning laps of this one.
There's a smoke you were talking about. Oh, that was the number 3. Yep, there's the lap traffic.
Lap traffic is going to play a factor on the white flag lap off of 2 down the back straightaway. It's heating up on the final circuit into turn number 3 for the final time. Tommy Gooden there to pull the trigger. Will he fire a blank off of 4? The checkered flag waving, and your winner going to go to the 14S of Mike Staples.
Zach's on his way down there to talk to our winner of the night. Double points night, so when that gets figured up, we'll see maybe where he will land in the points wise.
Y'all give him a hand. Mike Staples climbing out of the 4-cylinder main event winner tonight. Well, Mike, hard-earned win. Man, you got around the 13th, good in there. And, man, it seemed like in the late going, I wasn't sure. It seemed like the car may have been fading a little bit. I don't know. It may not been well enough to hold on for this win.
I guarantee you it blew a head gasket on that caution we had. But
So you saw what I saw.
oh yeah, it was smoking. I know.
No doubt about it. You were just trying to limp this thing home and get this victory on the final race of the year.
that was the plan.
What does this mean to get this win to close out the season?
It's awesome. I got to thank this man right here, DC Motorsports. He's the one he's the one behind all of it.
How much do you really enjoy racing this class? It's one of the most growing classes in the Arklatex, man. You guys really put on a great show.
It's cheap and easy. I got $500 in the whole car.
500 in the whole car.
The whole car. Come here, win 300. Good to go.
So if any youngsters up there wanting to get into a class, tell them this is the way to go, right?
Yeah, if Daddy's got money, bring it on.
Absolutely. Congratulations to you, man.
Thank you.
Mike Staples, your 4-cylinder winner tonight at the Bowl Speedway. Fire winner down in Waco, Texas, the heart of Texas Speedway, just a couple of months ago, starting on the outside of the 3 of Brandon Ball. That'll be Kevin Manning in 8. And we're going green. Kevin Simpson out of Flint, Texas, inside of 3. We're green on RaceOnTexas.com on demand here at the Bowl Speedway, your limited modified finale for 2017. Heading off at a 1, it'll be Billy Joe Bridgen who gets a little sideways. Billy Joe let it sidestep him, and he goes to the infield, and Brandon Ball going to storm to the race lead down the back straightaway. Just a little bobble, a little mistake will open up the door, and a guy like Brandon Ball's going to capitalize, and around goes the 29 of Spud Charlton. And the rest of the field nearly a victim of circumstance, collecting 2 cars. And we'll go caution.
Used to this car, and he's got a good starting spot on second row outside. So here we go, back to green flag racing.
Yeah, that mishap by Charlton put him out there on the restart. Here we go. That moves up Kevin Manning to the outside front row. He'll try to chop off the advances of the 3 as they head off into 1 and 2 here for the first time on the original restart. The first time the 30 gave it to him, this time he says not gonna happen. Billy Joe Bruchin says, I'll make a mistake once, but I don't know if I give it to you twice, boys.
Oh, Kevin Simpson's moved up in the inside of Jesse. Up in the forward now, working on 3rd.
And you know that Whataburger car is going to be coming to the front. The Flint Texan. He's in like Flint to the inside for the third spot of Manning, and he's got it at the line. Manning just oh, nope, the caution's out.
All right, four-cylinder rear-wheel drive should be in the staging area. Four-cylinder rear-wheel drive should be in the staging area. Here we go back to green flag racing for limited modifieds. Everyone through turns 1 and 2. Burchin out front now, number 78. Here he comes, putting another lap. Oh, 3 wide onto the back straightaway. Kevin Simpson on the very outside, working on ball in the 3P. Oh, Kevin's going, 3 wide on turn. Oh, loose out of turn 4, car spun around. That'll be the 5X, Barry Spears. And yeah, we're going caution right here. Caution lights out, here we go. Ready to resume.
So it'll be Billy Joe Burchin out of Gladewater, Texas, to put his foot through the firewall. And 78, the Jack's Welding Service entry Alpha 4 has the race lead and has had it the entirety of this one. Here comes the Flint Texan. Kevin sits on the Whataburger. 5-6-1. It's time to put that thing in rock and roll mode now. Alpha 2 down the back straightaway. Jesse Mill is going to fight to the inside of the non-qualifier winner of the Hoosier Tire Southwest Southern Sport Mod Nationals down in Waco. Kevin Manning to the outside. They make a little bit of slight contact. And both get a little cattywampus there off of turn number 4. Open for Brandon Ball to shoot by. Brandon Ball going to go back to 4th now in the 3 momentarily. Oh, and giving up the ghost down the back straightaway is Jesse Mazzell. Mazzell gives up the ghost at the midpoint of the back straightaway. And he may be able to lift that car home to the Heartbreak Hotel and make the hard right turn to Elvis Presley Boulevard. But here comes the Flint Texan. Kevin Simpson, a former Turkey Nationals winner. And a former Armadillo Nationals champ. Trying to hunt down a driver he's competed with many a dirt track Saturday nights over at the Kilgore Oval at Lone Star. And he is there. He's there to pounce on one little bobble and one mistake by the 78 of Burchin. You never can count out the wily veteran Kevin Simpson. As we roll off of turn number 4 down the front boulevard, David Berry, it's heating up.
Kevin Simpson, no stranger to Bowl Speedway.
Knows his fast lane around this race joint, that's for sure. Into 3. And all of a sudden, Kevin Manning doing kind of what he did in that non-qualifier race down in Waco. All of a sudden, he's a player. He says, let me throw my hat into the ring. I got nothing but ace of spades now to throw onto the deck. And here comes 5-6-1, trying to throw it down to the intros, putting a little cheese on that rock and roll Whataburger 5-6-1 car. But Billy Joe Burchin says, I have none of it. 5-6-1 as Simpson lost a little side bite down there off the exit 2, allowed the 30 to separate itself by about 2 car lengths. They head through turn 3 and 4. You said it. You said it could be very well Billy Jack. I assume it's Billy Joe, but however, they are in the 78. You typically see Billy Joe in the 30. But you have to think that Billy Joe's behind the wheel that's limited. Billy Jack doesn't do a whole lot of limited modified racing, although he has done some over the last couple of years. I guess we'll find out if he holds on and find out who's in victory lane, right?
Yeah, Jack was here a couple of weeks ago and took a flip right there, turn 1.
Yeah, he kind of slipped up there just a little bit, but not enough to allow the 5-6-1 of Simpson to get there. But Simpson's closing the gap once again. He knows I gotta go, and I gotta go now. Tick-tock goes the race clock. The center of the hourglass is running away as we head off into 1 and 2. The laps are winding down quick, fast, and in a hurry here in 100 tonight.
Yeah, Simpson with a beautiful line around turn 1 and 2. Wow.
What do you think, David? You think Kevin can get him?
Right now, well, we got a caution. We're going to have a restart, so that's a maybe now. Kevin Manning, number 8, back in 3rd. Here we go. Restart.
Kevin says, I got to pull it. I got to pull that yo-yo with no string right now. And I got to get the rolling like it. And we got well, it wasn't that.
I like to watch that too. Now that's winter.
Yeah, that classic every year. I'm a big fan of hockey. I'm a big San Jose Sharks fan. After all, we're here at the dirt track tonight, and Brandon Ball just snookered the 8 of Kevin Manning on the restart. He says, while you're talking about football, I may not be related to Peyton or Eli, but I don't really know if I like that restart too much by the 3 of Brandon Ball. He'll try to fire it back to his tail tank here off of turn number 2 down the back straight. It won't be enough. The eyes will be set on your top 2 spots here. Rolling off before the 78 of Bruchin, finishing off the charge from the Flint Texan, Kevin Simpson. Kevin Simpson. You have to think track position and clean air is so important.
Simpson's fast through the curves, but Bruchin is pulling it down the straightaways.
I think the difference right now in this race is Bruchin's car isn't quite as loose as the 561 is. If you notice the entry and off of Vex, look at the 78s, how straight it stays. That is the difference in this race right now. Boy, and if we could conclude the carnage, we could stay green. I mean, we're still green to this point if these guys keep strong.
There we go, caution.
Now,
here we go. Green flag ready to fly, and there we go. Back to green flag racing.
back underway in your limited modified Dirt Track Junkie sponsored main event here at the Bowl Speedway, the final limited modified main event of the season. And they roll off of turn number 4. It'll still be Bruchin with the race lead of the Jack Sporting Service number 78. The Flint Texan trying to heat up. Will it be a little too late? Brandon Ball, always want to keep your eyes on the late going of any race around the Arklatex. As we roll off of 4, it's still Bruchin out front with the race lead. Off of 2, headed down the back straightaway. Ian Looper now trying to put the pressure on the 4th place car, Kevin Manning. Kicks up a little dust there on the entrance to turn number 3, but off of 4, it's still 78 out front with the lead. And boy, I don't know if they're running hashtag Run50 tonight. Certainly feels like it. And a caution flag comes out once again.
All right, caution lights out. Number 78, Bruchin, ready to restart right here with Kevin Simpson right behind him. Here we go. Oh, a little bump on the restart.
That was a little hello, how you doing? We only got 3 more laps to settle the score, and I've been here within striking distance, and the 3 car who sits in 3rd says he wants to live up to that moniker of just 3 more laps to go. I got 3 more tries here. Into 3, speaking of, and off of 4, it'll be 3 to go this time. Should see 2 sticks next time by unless we're going for a 25, but I believe. Okay, I was correct that time. It is 2. I believe he's grabbing the white flag this time for the final time. Jeff Charo Harmon has the white flag, and it is high above the field of the 78 of Bruchin. Final trip in a 1 and 2. The Flint Texan Kevin Simpson going to throw everything he's got in a 1 and 2. The 78 bobble just a little bit. Final time down the back straightaway into turn number 3 here at Bowl Speedway. Your final limited modified main event of the 2017 season. Off of 4, driving the Jack Sporting Service number 78 from Gladewater, Texas. Billy Joe Bruchin gets the job done here at Bowl tonight.
Oh, watch the spin there. There you go.
That's the time to do it. It's Jack, isn't it? It's Jack! I've been saying it's Billy Joe the whole time. No, because you usually race the limit, but I said I wasn't sure. I was going to wait to find out. It is, in fact, the Jack Sporting Service driver out of Gladewater, Texas. I'll tell you who it is when he climbs out. It should be no surprise. He's always sported the number 78 alongside. He's fired up, folks. Give it up for everybody left in the house. For Billy Jack Bruchin. He's getting the Hans device off. But Billy Jack got out of the race car in 78. How about it, Jack? I don't think we've ever met here in Victor Lane at Rose Bowl, man. Let's try to get on the left side of the flag stand for the RaceOnTexas.com cameras, as well as Randy Urban, the track photographer here. Man, I tell you, what a hot rod you had tonight here in this limited modified program. A little more to the left here, if you don't mind, Jack. But, man, I know it feels great to cap off the year here with a limited modified victory. You definitely had to earn that one. Kevin Simpson was nipping at your heels and had quite a few restarts there.
Yeah, he's good. Motor was cutting out there in the corners and just hold it together. It's all I could do. All these cautions we kept on having, just part of the deal.
How do you feel a little lucky after that original start when you kind of made a little bobble down there and that original start came back?
Yeah, I went between the 2 tires over there and then was running third and had come back with a restart. Yeah, it was real close on that, but I made it work.
We're going to make that mistake again.
No. But, you know, we run a modified too. We've been having motor problems all year. This is one of Gary Dent's motors. He built one of my mod motors. You know, this had a powerhouse under here tonight. Just, you know, this is the first one we won all year right here, but it's in a limited. You know, it's still good. A win is a win, but, you know, it is what it is.
Absolutely, man. Hey, you're a guy that's risen to the occasion. You got some mod wins the last several years, man. You've really been right there, Jack. I mean, everybody knows you're a great racer, and I think you showed that tonight, man. You held off Brandon Ball. You held off Simpson. These guys went all over the place in these cars, man. You don't have a whole lot of experience in the limiteds, although I'm sure you can translate a little bit between the mod and the limited. I'm not sure how much. You got to carry a little bit more momentum in these cars, don't you?
Yeah, the rear end don't move in these. You got to make this work. The other one, you can play around with it, but, you know, them guys race every week. I probably drove this car 4 times this year, and this makes the 4th time, you know. My brother drove it a bunch last year, but I've only drove it 4 times this year, but it's done what it's supposed to do.
Final thing I want to say is kind of when my brother was racing, you know, it's nothing like having your brother there to kind of cheer you on when you're victory lane. Man, you guys are so cool, and I love that, man. Like, he's the first person down there to congratulate you. He's got your cushion in the seat, but that's pretty cool, man. Brothers down there to congratulate you first, man. Y'all are a pretty tight-knit family, man. It's cool to get this win tonight, I know.
Oh, yeah. You're right. I wasn't even coming. He called, and I was over worse than the mod, getting it ready for next week, and he talked me into it. Transmission was messed up. We had to fix it. Just is what it is.
Well, you hired a good shoe to get the job done, Billy Joe. Congratulations to you, Billy Jack. Well deserved, my friend.
I appreciate it. Booty, Rosebow. But it is what it is.
Congratulations, man.
Appreciate it.
Billy Jack Brucha getting the job done out of Gladewater, Texas 9. You're limited modified. Amen. Experienced a mishap earlier, so we'll have to see what happens. But it'll be Hedrick and Prater on the front row of this one.
It's 40 points span.
It's a double points night as well. It's a 40-point span on tonight, but it's a double points night, so we'll have to see what happens.
Oh boy. And Danny Hendricks sitting back in 3rd. If he wins tonight, he could.
Not quite the start that Prater was looking for, and Jesse Mazzell going to sidestep him down the back straightaway. I saw some sparks on the front straightaway. I think the 0 of Prater may have broke something. I don't know, that other Volkswagen behind him hit something down the front straightaway that opening lap and sparked as well.
Yeah, I was watching him that time. I didn't see any sparks from.
It doesn't look like Lee Prater's under full power. Just something not quite right with the 0 car right now, as you can see.
Yeah. Jesse Mazzell, let's see if he can do something here in the rear wheel drives after going out of the limiteds. After doing a great night, man. Jesse done a great night in limited. See if he can redeem it here in the 4-cylinder rear wheel drive. A little wide there in turn 4. Holding it together. Lee Prater's going to move up on his back bumper. Behind Hedrick, that is 111. Yeah, Dwayne McKelvin.
Dwayne McKelvin looks to be running down the 7 of Hedrick here for the race lead. We'll have to see what happens here in the waning laps. We're still in the early part of this race, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, those 2 cars look similar built.
2 of the more modified style bodies, and then you got a pair of Volkswagens. Of course, you have the 55 on the Mazzell. I haven't quite figured out if that's a Mustang or. It's kind of hard to tell.
Maybe like a late model 4-cylinder. I don't know.
Or a Vega? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, they sound good and strong. Look like a mini modified or something. I don't know. All We got a pass for fourth just then.
Prater knows he's in trouble.
Yeah, Buzzy Daniel went in ahead of Prater just then. He may have. Oh, Buzzy Daniel, he went ahead of Prater. Now he's working on Jesse Mazzell for third. I think you're right, Zach. Prater has slowed from the earlier laps, but here's the race for third right here. Oh, look, side by side and a bump as Daniel goes ahead of Jesse Mazzell. Jesse's going to fight back on the back straightaway. Leaders on the front straightaway. I took my eyes off the leaders, was watching this battle for third right here.
Dwayne McKelvin not quite able to muster up enough momentum to get back to Hedrick up front, but he does have a little bit of lap traffic up in front of him. Will that slow his pace? Will it become a reality for him to allow McKelvin to close that gap? There's a sizable enough advantage. If he can sidestep those guys, it shouldn't be an issue here.
Well, it looks like the battle for third is over. Buzzy Daniel is pulled out away from Jesse Mazzell. Oh, look at our leader over in lap traffic now, turns 3 and 4.
Hedrick disposes of one car, looking to put him in his hip pocket and put him down a lap here. Said the question would be is if McKelvin can pick up a little bit of that slack, and it will not become a problem for Hedrick because he'll sidestep him now down the back straightaway. McKelvin, though, driving that car as hard as he possibly can into the corners right now. He's definitely trimmed that lead down by quite a bit. He's now got him in his crosshairs. He had nearly an entire straightaway. It's closed down to about 3 car lengths. Look how much deeper McKelvin's able to drop that 111 machine into the corner.
Exactly right. He sure is.
White flag, though. Final trip to settle it. And lap traffic will become a factor, maybe. Look out, Danny Hedrick. You got lap traffic. And there it comes right there, David. They're going to bottle him up down the back straightaway. Final time in the turn number 3 in your rear-wheel drive final race of 2017 here at Rose Bowl. Will it be a dandy? It won't be enough for McKelvin to get there. It's going to go to Danny Hedrick 2 weeks in a row. Main event winner here at Rose Bowl.
Little victory donut there. Awesome job. There you go. All right, folks, we'll probably get a word with our winner down there in just a few seconds. If you're making your way out of Rose Bowl Speedway, folks, we have certainly enjoyed your patronage here at Rose Bowl Speedway this year. I know you've seen lots of fancy driving here tonight, folks, but when you leave here tonight, please leave the racing here at the track. Don't take it out on the highways with you. Folks, we close here in 2017. We want to just thank you all so much, and I want to see you back here in 2018. Keep an eye on Rose Bowl Speedway on Facebook. Make sure you keep up with everything that's going on. Zach is making his way down there. Talk to our winner.
And for everybody left in the house, give it up for Danny Hedrick, your rear-wheel drive main event winner tonight here at Rose Bowl, the final race of 2017. Danny, we talked a couple weeks ago. We can take a little bit of time here for a minute. Danny, we get a word here for raceontexas.com, man. Boy, lap traffic, I wasn't sure if it was going to slow you down there in the late going to allow McKelvin to kind of run you down. He did close it down to about a couple of car lengths there in the late going. I'm not sure you heard him, though.
I'm just glad to see us get first and second tonight. Glad to see him get a good run finally. Got to thank him for letting me drive the car. My brother doing all the work on the car. Thank everybody for coming out. I got a lot of people to thank, but mine's just blank.
How much fun has it been to drive this car in several classes the last couple of weeks, man? It seems like you're just having an awful lot of fun.
It's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed it a whole lot. I'm just glad it was here for me to keep my points up in the hot stock class.
Extra special, though, to close out the year with a win, obviously. It's got to be pretty special as well.
Oh, yeah. All of them are special.
You don't have to go into the offseason thinking about, man, what could I have done different or anything like that. No, everybody else is going to be scratching their head thinking, what can they do to beat this 7D car?
Well, I just hope, class stays around and it gets a few more cars out here in it. That's a good, fun class. I've enjoyed it a whole lot.
I tell you what, I grew up around the mini stock class. I was always a huge fan. I hate to see them kind of go away. So when I come over here, it kind of brings me back to when I was a kid. Man, my dad raced mini stock cars for 14 years, so I'm a big fan of them, for what it's worth anyway. But it looks like you got a lot of folks that support you here, man. Anybody that you'd like to thank in addition than you already thank?
I'd just like to thank my family, wife and kids, everybody that support me doing it. And let me do it.
Congratulations to you, Danny. Well-deserved victory tonight.
All right, thank you.
Danny Hedrick gets the job done for the second week in a row, or the